right, we are back with another episode of It's That Easy. Hope everyone's having a great weekend. Him coming to you to talk about all the games and things going on a Sunday. So, hope you're having a great weekend. Hope you're having a great Sunday for sure. Getting ready to start that week off strong. If you're watching, please like the video. If you get a chance, go ahead and subscribe. And if you do, turn on notifications. That way, every time I put out a video, you'll get notified. So, let's jump into it. We will recap yesterday's stuff and then go into baseball and a little bit of World Cup for tomorrow. So let's take a look at. I wanted to just talk about golf really quick. I know not everyone's a golfer, but pretty good Travelers Championship going on. Here's the crazy. I watched it yesterday. I'm pretty sure yesterday they were in the uh, 11, 12, 13 overs or unders. Sorry. Yeah, they worked that up to, if you look at Hovland and Scheffler, 19 and 20 under. That is amazing golf right there. If you know anything about golf, you know how hard that is to do. And so, yeah, good for them. Those guys, the way, if you're not familiar with golf, all the lower, all the people near last place start early in the morning golfing. And the better you are, like Victor Hovland and Scotty Scheffler are the top two for this weekend. They'll actually start about closer to 2 o'clock today and tee off and then finish off probably 3 to 4, probably about 4 hours later. So you get a chance to watch that. And it's going to be some good golf. From what I saw yesterday, unbelievable shots. These guys were putting the ball right where it needed to be, sinking birdie putts. I'm pretty sure there was a bunch of eagle putts going on this weekend. So if you like that, get ready because there's going to be a lot of golf going on in the afternoon. So good luck with that. If you watch the World Cup, holy cow, what games yesterday, man. Croatia, I had Croatia and Ghana as a draw. Croatia scored near the end to take care of, 83rd minute. Ghana didn't score to the 73rd, so, but Croatia took that. They're heading on to the next round. England, I did have England winning, and it was a little nervous about that, but England took care of business. They scored 2 goals right after half and kind of hung on to that to the end. Panama had a few chances, but England did good, so good for them. I'm happy for them. I actually had Colombia and Portugal as a tie or as a draw, and I think Colombia scored near the end of the game, but of course, everyone's favorite, offsides. Yeah, what is that all about? So if you're in the NFL and you're fast, your whole goal is to get beyond the defense. Quarterback throws you the ball, you beat them. And if the defense doesn't want you to get there, guess what? Then either be fast, play back, or look out for that, right? In soccer, it's not like that. As long as you're the last defensive guy, yeah, the other guy can't be past you before the ball's kicked over your head. So, yeah, and this guy, here's the sad part. This guy for Portugal, I'm sorry, for Colombia. I mean, I'm guessing it was like his toe, big toe maybe, was offsides. When they do this line and they show you, I felt bad for him, but you know what? They knew it happened. They know it happens, and now because of technology, yeah, they're gonna get you every time. So, Congo showed that they were going to. They deserved to move on. They won 3-1, and I did say Congo would win. Yay! So that was 2 in a row, 3 in a row. I didn't get the first one right. Algeria and Austria. So check this out. I did a draw for that one, and at late in the game it was 2-2. And then if you look at that in the 93rd minute, which is obviously extra time, Algeria scores, and I was like, well, you know what? It was a good try. In the 96th minute, Austria scores. Man, I'm talking like right at the very end. Whoo! Winner, 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 chicken dinner. And yes, that was really good for us. And then Argentina, I had a feeling that, so the last time, I think I told you this, I went under 2.5 goals or under 3.5 goals. And at halftime, they were up 3-0, right? So I said, no, I'm going over. And it was actually 2.5, which was really weird. Went 2.5. By halftime, it was 2-0. Early into the second half, Jordan scored to make it 2-1, which put me over. And then Messi came in and added his goal, So pretty good day of FIFA World Cup soccer yesterday. Today starts the knockout round. So if you're not familiar with that, the team's going to play. Winner moves on to the next round. Loser goes home. We're starting it off with Canada and South Africa playing in California. They're playing in Los Angeles. So, I mean, Canada's supposed to win. I bet you. I would not be surprised if it is a draw at the end of end of the time. They go into overtime, and maybe even go into penalty kicks with these guys. But you never know. The over under 2.5. I kind of like that. 3 goals. Come on. So let's see. I might go the over on that one. So, um, but we'll talk about the rest of the ones that are going on as the week goes on. And then your baseball rundown yesterday. Once again, Rangers showed up. I used my reverse psychology. Rangers said, "You know what? We're going to take care of business." They beat the Blue Jays 7-4. Red Sox also. I don't know why I keep picking the Yankees. Red Sox beat them in their yellow uniforms. Remember 2 days ago they were in their green. Yesterday they were in their yellow. I'm going to guess they're in their white today. So, but yeah, beat them pretty good actually. Beat up on Garrett Cole. They hit home runs on him early in the game and then held on. Astros and Tigers went back and forth. Flew past the over/under, which was about 8.5 runs. Astros came out ahead 8-6. Mets shocked us, but there's a saying that the sun even shines on a dog's butt every once in a while. Yeah, so Mets are going to win once in a while there. They did. White Sox didn't put up 22 runs, but they did score. One more than the Royals did. One there. Reds, like I said, Burns, he was a good pitcher. Now, that wasn't the way I expected it to go, but the Reds came through and won that game. Tampa Bay is still on a roll, beating Arizona. Arizona is actually pretty good. And so for Tampa Bay to win, that's a good thing for them. That means they're kind of getting back on track there. Nationals, I don't know. I picked the Orioles. I don't know why. I think the Orioles are like on a 5-game losing streak. We'll find out here in a minute. Nationals won there. Of course, I told you, Mariners. Yeah, I'm done with the Mariners. Every time I pick them, they lose. They lost, just like I did. I picked them for yesterday, and they lost. Cubs showed up. That was good for them because the Brewers had been on a roll, beating them up pretty good. Rockies came through. They score when they win. They really score a ton of runs. Marlins showed up, which is actually I should have known that because Cardinals are on like a 4 or 5 game losing streak. So yeah, it's going to happen there. Dodgers. I did pick the Dodgers. I picked the Padres before. Dodgers bats came out, and yeah, Yamamoto shut him down too. So good for him. Giants. I knew they would come through yesterday. They beat the Braves. They shut them out. So the Braves they either win or they lose bad. I mean, I saw them lose a game 2-1. I'm like, you cannot score one more run in 9 innings. Yeah, they couldn't score any runs in these 9 innings. So, and then Angels came through for us. I don't know if I think I picked the Angels. So yeah, but there are your picks. That's what happened this weekend on Saturday. Let us go through to see if I can get this right. All right, these are the picks for today. They're starting here soon, so you may miss the first few, but you will get the rest of the day stuff. So Rangers finishing off their time in Toronto, pitching Rocker, 4.14 ERA. He was supposed to pitch yesterday, but they changed that. They actually won his last start against Miami and 4 of his last 5 starts. So even though it was against KC a couple of times there, that's okay. We'll take that. Rangers are on a 3-game winning streak. I like that. Blue Jays pitching Bieber. I'm guessing it's Justin Bieber. Because he's got a 9.82 ERA. So yeah, that's not great there. Oops, hold on. Let me make sure. Okay. He lost his last start. He's only making his second start of the season. The Blue Jays have lost 5 in a row. They lost to Houston. It's like they're taking the Texas 2-step because they lost to Houston and now they're losing to the Rangers. Well, guess what? We're going Rangers today again. I don't know why the Blue Jays are picked favorite. I might have that wrong, but if they are, yeah, that's bad. That's good for us because we get a dog pick in there. Reds pitching Singer, 4.81 ERA. Lost his last start and lost 4 of his last 5 starts, but they have won 2 in a row. I think the Reds are a little better than the Pirates. Pirates are pitching Keller, 4.89 ERA. He's lost same 4 of his last 5 starts. Neither one of them are doing well, except for the fact that the Pirates have lost 2 in a row. The Reds have won 2 in a row. It's Pirates our favorite, so we're going Reds to continue the momentum and win the game. And actually, I got a little parlay on a couple of underdogs. Let's see what happens. Not saying, just saying. Nationals pitching little, like Littell, 5.4 ERA. Lost his last three starts, but he lost to some. I mean, Philly and Seattle. I hate Seattle. Kansas City too in there. They have won one in a row because they did win yesterday. Orioles pitching Bradish, 3.64 ERA. They've won his last three starts actually. Beat the Angels and Seattle twice. Good. Yeah, can't stand Seattle. They've lost one in a row though. But we're going to go Washington to keep it going. I think the Orioles are struggling because they've actually lost like four of their last five or four of the last six games. So struggling there. D-backs pitching Kelly, 5.71 ERA. I think he pitched for the Rangers last year. I think we got him for a little bit. They've lost his last five starts. Lost to St. Louis, the Angels, lost to the Marlins, lost to the Nationals. You pick them. He lost to them. They've lost two in a row now. The Rays, I think, are on a roll here, so it's a tough pick against them. They are a pretty heavy favorite, pitching Rasmussen, which is one of their better pitchers. 2.62 ERA. They've won four in a row now, so we got to go Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay to finish it out. Well, it's a home game for them, too, so... Astros and the Tigers. Let's see. Astros pitching Brown, 1.40 ERA. That's really good, actually. One lost his last start, but the two prior they beat Detroit and Boston, so pretty good. They've won four of their last five games, and they have won one in a row because they did win yesterday. Tigers pitching Mize, 2.95 ERA. Man, this dude's lost his last two games and four of his last five, and they've lost the last game. But we are going to go Astros today to keep it going. I think the Tigers are back to struggling again, but we'll see. Phillies pitching Luzardo, 4.39 ERA. Won his last five starts. Yeah, he beat the Nationals, the Marlins, the Blue Jays, and the White Sox. Those are good teams. They've actually won four of their last five games, but they did lose yesterday, so that'd be not a losing streak yet, but they lost one. Mets pitching Perez, 4.99 ERA. This is more like an appearance, like a reliever appearance, because his starts are usually like 2 innings. So, and they're not starts, actually, they're just appearances that he comes in. But they've lost all four that he comes in. So even though they've won one in a row, Phillies are pretty decent favorite. We're going to go Phillies tomorrow or today to win and get back on the winning streak. Mariners, I'm not even going to go through the numbers. Mariners are playing. I'm not picking them. Cleveland's going to win. Cubs and the Brewers. Cubs are pitching Rollison. Okay. 1.82 ERA. That's because he's got a bunch of appearances. He just comes in for one or two innings here or there, mostly one inning. They have won four of their last five games, and they have won one in a row. So, but Milwaukee is pitching Woodruff, 3.0 ERA, won his last two starts and three of his last four starts. They actually had won four in a row, or four of their last five, but they did lose yesterday. But we're going back. They're huge, huge favorites. Now, I do not like that. So here's the thing with this one. It actually wouldn't be a bad idea just to throw a little bit of, prediction in the Cubs way, because if they win, it's a huge payout. If you bet on just the Brewers to win, yeah, you win nothing. You bet like $1, you'll win like 10 cents. So, yeah, don't do that. But I think they're going to win today. Colorado pitching Feltner, 4.79 ERA. Got some good starts. Won his last two starts, beat Boston and the Cubs. They've won three of their last five games, and they have won one in a row now because they did win yesterday. Twins pitching Prelip, 5.17 ERA. He's lost his last three starts. Did he lose anybody? Yeah, he lost to KC, but that's bad. They've only won one of the last five games, and they have lost one in a row. I got to stick with Colorado. Colorado seems like a more exciting team. Twins seem like Okay, KC Royals pitching Avila, 5.06 ERA. He won his last two starts, and won four of his last five. He beat Tampa Bay, Washington, Minnesota during that time. Not too bad there. But they have lost four in a row. Not good. White Sox pitching K, 4.24 ERA. They won his last start against Cleveland and three of his last five, where he beat the Dodgers and the Tigers in there. They've won four of their last five games, and they have won two in a row. We got to go White Sox. They're the favorite today at home. It's because they're probably going to win. Marlins and the Cardinals. Did I learn my lesson from keep picking the Cardinals? Marlins pitching Phillips, 3.09 ERA. He's lost his last two starts and 4 of his last 5. He lost to Texas, Philly, and Tampa. Not bad games there. But they have won 4 of their last 5 games, and they've won 4 in a row now after yesterday. Cardinals pitching Leahy, lost 3 in a row, or his last 3 starts. They've actually lost 4 in a row. So if there's any two teams that are going opposite directions right now, it's those two. We're going Marlins. Come on, Marlins. Don't let me down. I know I said don't go on trends, but I can't help it. A's pitching Savali, 4.88 ERA. He's lost his last 3 starts. Giants, Pittsburgh, and Seattle. I'm not liking Seattle at all. I don't even want to say their names anymore. But they have won 2 in a row. They only won 2 of the last 5 games. Yeah, it's the last 2. So they've won 2 in a row. Angels pitching Aldeguerri, 5.47 ERA. They lost his last 2 starts and 4 of his last 5. They've lost a couple games there. We're going to go with the A's today. Let's see what happens. They got the better numbers. So the numbers tell me A's. So let's see what happens. Do they really? Hold on, let me look there. Well, no, the streak tells me A's. The numbers tell me slightly to the Angels. But it's gonna be a toss-up. You see the way their numbers go. It's whoever gets hotter in the last 2 innings is probably gonna win the game there. Braves and the Giants. Braves pitching Sale. That's one of their better ones. 2.14 ERA, if not their best pitcher. Won his last start against Milwaukee. Okay, he beat the Brewers. But he lost to the White Sox and Toronto before that. And now they've lost 1 in a row because they did lose yesterday to the Giants, who I picked. Giants pitching Ray, 3.70 ERA. He's won his last 5 starts. And one of those starts came against Atlanta. And they've won 1 in a row. I got to go with the Giants. He's beaten Atlanta before. And Atlanta seems to either like they're feast or famine. They score 8 runs or they score 1 run. So I think today is the 1 run. San Francisco beats them again for 2 in a row. Dodgers and the Padres. Dodgers pitching Sheehan, 5.32 ERA. Lost his last 4 starts. This dude lost to the Orioles, to the White Sox, to the Angels, and to the Diamondbacks. I don't know if that's good. I don't think that's good. They've only won 3 of their last 4 games, and they did lose. Sorry, they won the last game. Right. Padres pitching King, 3.33 ERA. Won his last start against Atlanta and 2 of his last 3. Beat Cincinnati in there. They had won 4 in a row. We're going to go with San Diego to close it out on a Sunday. Last game, Yankees pitch. I think this is a Sunday night game. Yankees pitching Rodon, 3.70 ERA. Okay, this guy's won his last 5 starts. He's only given up 11 runs in his last 5 games. He beat Detroit, the White Sox, Cleveland, the A's. Beating some decent teams there. But the Yankees have lost 3 in a row. Something's wrong with them, and something is happening good with the Red Sox. Because I saw them yesterday. They just playing. I watched the game. It was like an early game. The Red Sox are just playing with a little different energy, like a little bit of confidence, and the Yankees are kind of like, we don't know what's going to happen today. Red Sox are pitching great, 2.95 ERA, won his last start against Colorado, won 4 of his last 5, where he did beat Rangers and the Yankees, in addition to who I would call the old Cleveland Indians. They've won 4 of their last 5 games, and they have won 3 in a row, which means they've been whipping the Yankees. They're favored, and I've got to go Boston as well. So let's see, they beat him in the green uniforms. They beat him in the yellow uniforms. Let's see what color they bring up today to put a beating on them again. So good luck to you. Hopefully you get to enjoy some of these games. Enjoy your baseball. Enjoy the one World Cup game that's going on. Maybe you want to watch some golf. Let's see if Scotty Scheffler can come back. Actually, I like it. Hovland is actually doing really, really well. But I think the underdog right now is Scheffler. There's not a better underdog to put some, a little bit of wager on to see if he can come back today. So it's 18 holes is a long time to go. So anything can happen during that time. But hope you have a great rest of your Sunday. Hope you start your week off strong next week. And if you do decide to bet on baseball, on World Cup, on golf, I hope you win a ton of money. Have a great one.